If you ask me about the best camera phones out there, I would pick the Xiaomi 15 Ultra with the 1-inch sensor, the Galaxy S25 Ultra, iPhone 16 Pro Max, and vivo X200 Pro. All of these phones have received at least 2 major updates for the camera app so far, so I decided to put them against each other. To pick the best one, I'm going to do a simple scoring. The best photo always gets 3 points, the second best gets 2, and third place gets 1 point. The iPhone and Galaxy are on the standard profile. I know there is a big debate which color profile to use. I personally use the Leica Authentic on the Xiaomi 15 Ultra and also the Zeiss Natural on the vivo X200 Pro. What is not debatable is how great a Squarespace is. You can create your personal website with a Squarespace, the sponsor of today's video. When it comes to the telephoto lens, the Xiaomi 15 Ultra and also the vivo X200 Pro has a much larger sensor compared to the Galaxy S25 Ultra and also the iPhone 16 Pro Max. As you can see, also the camera bump is big because of that reason. And that large sensor pays off, especially for Vivo, which did the best here. The bokeh is deeper and the photo is balanced. I would give second place to the Galaxy. Despite not having as much detail as the Xiaomi, it got the exposure right. The Xiaomi is too exposed, but it's still better picture overall compared to the iPhone. This one is a bit difficult to judge. Vivo again did the best here. I would say it is a tie between the Galaxy and Xiaomi. The Galaxy got a better skin tone, while the Xiaomi created better bokeh and background separation. The iPhone again lacks details. I use portrait mode in this picture. I will judge the best photo based on portrait processing. The iPhone did the best job here and retained a lot of Tanya's hair, followed by Vivo and then Galaxy. Xiaomi was too aggressive in processing. For this shot, at first glance, they all look similar. After zooming in, the Xiaomi picture is more detailed than the rest. Between Vivo and Galaxy, I would say there is a tie, and the iPhone is the weakest. In this one, there is a tie between Vivo and Xiaomi for first place. They both did a great job processing this long-range zoom picture. The Galaxy is close, but the iPhone photo is noisy and lacks detail. In this shot, the Xiaomi photo is the richest in colors. Also, when zooming in, the photo is processed better. Vivo is the second place. This time, the iPhone is doing a better job, while the Galaxy is simply over-sharpening the image too much and not getting any point. For this photo, with 10 times zoom, the Vivo picture is simply amazing. Galaxy is the second best and overall balanced. The Xiaomi is leaning too much into the red color cyan for the face and is also overexposed for my taste, so I would give third place to the iPhone. I had a similar observation on my own photo, with the difference that this time I would pick Galaxy for the more accurate skin tone. I would pick Vivo second, and this time I would not give any point to the Xiaomi or the iPhone since Xiaomi is overexposed and the iPhone is too noisy. The larger telephoto sensor size in Vivo and Xiaomi kicks in during low light situations. Here, the Vivo did magic in this dark building without much light. Xiaomi is also packing lots of detail and gets second place. Galaxy is doing better than the iPhone, but is still noisy. Even though Xiaomi has a larger sensor, sometimes it misses due to bad processing. In this case, Vivo hit the mark and is the best overall. Galaxy, despite being a bit noisy, gets second place, and iPhone third. Xiaomi, despite packing lots of detail, didn't manage the exposure well. Overall, on the telephoto lens, the Xiaomi and Vivo have the most amount of detail. Galaxy has less detail, but usually processes the images better than Xiaomi and is more consistent. iPhone is not always consistent and is often the weakest one. For video with a telephoto lens and 5 times zoom, Vivo and Xiaomi are close to each other in terms of quality. Galaxy and iPhone are a bit behind, which is not surprising considering they have a much smaller telephoto sensor. The Xiaomi 15 Ultra and also the Galaxy S25 Ultra has a third telephoto lens, while the vivo X200 Pro and also the iPhone 16 Pro Max has only one telephoto lenses. You can use the Vivo telephoto lens and also the 3x telephoto lens from Xiaomi to take macro shots, and it's not surprising that both Xiaomi and Vivo take a macro shot miles better than iPhone and Galaxy. For this second shot, Vivo did a better job processing Tanya's eye. Xiaomi captured lots of detail, but the processing could be better. iPhone and Galaxy didn't do a great job here. I also decided to put some of the photos I took on my own website called Tecmo Wallpaper, which I created using Squarespace in just a few minutes. The link is in the description, so you can download them for free. With Squarespace, you can start with the Blueprint AI and build a website super quickly and efficiently in just a few simple steps. Their website building tool is incredibly intuitive, and you don't need any experience since everything is just drag and drop. You can also make some of the content on your website members only and monetize it. Plus, You can sell your online courses, blog posts, and videos without any hassle. They have award-winning templates that are completely free. Go to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you are ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/techmo to save 10% off your first purchase. You're gonna love it. When it comes to the main lens, the Xiaomi 15 Ultra is the only camera that has a 1-inch sensor between these fours. That 1-inch sensor gives you a bit more natural bokeh. Here, I do see Xiaomi did a great job, especially with processing the spark in Tanya's eye. I would pick Galaxy as the second best, especially for processing their skin. The Vivo has a slightly lifted shadows, and the iPhone made Tanya's hair look purple. It's a tie. And that 1-inch sensor means you can capture more light in low light situations. Here, Vivo and Xiaomi picked up the most detail, but Vivo missed the white balance by adding too much magenta. I would pick Xiaomi even though the face is a bit dark, since it is easy to lift the shadows in post, followed by Vivo and then Galaxy. In this shot, the iPhone is a bit contrasty, similar to the Galaxy, but Xiaomi and Vivo made the scene a bit brighter. I would not pick any winner here, since they all did a great job. In the next shot, the colors are a bit different despite being on natural mode. Both Xiaomi and Vivo colors are on the warmer, more vibrant side. Vivo also made the sky a bit more blue than it should have been. But overall, I again won't pick any winner. In general, all four phones can take great shots, and there is a lot of situations where it is almost impossible to say which one did a better job. For motion blur, they all more or less have this issue, but Vivo is always picking at least 1 to 50 shutter speed. It's a bit surprising that Xiaomi is having a lot of motion blur despite having a larger sensor and picking that shutter speed. For video, the Vivo and iPhone have the most balanced output. The Galaxy looks good, but got the skin tone a bit wrong. The Xiaomi is too exposed, and Vivo is too contrasty. Overall, I always try to shoot in log with Vivo and Xiaomi, since the video processing in a standard mode needs a bit more refinement. When it comes to the quality of log footage, iPhone has great quality and is also super easy to color grade. There are tons of LUTs and supported formats. Galaxy log is already heavily processed, and you only get one flavor of it. It is useful, but I hope Galaxy expands it in the future. Xiaomi log, in my experience, is the most difficult to work with. The footage usually doesn't have the right exposure, and it is hard to color grade. To my surprise, Vivo log is fantastic. I always find it easier to color grade than any other log profile from other phones, and the footage is not heavily processed. Overall, I give iPhone and Vivo the highest score for log, followed by Galaxy and then Xiaomi. Next, we are going to test the mics of the phones with Tanya singing.
Un ragazzo incontra una ragazza, la notte poi non passa, la notte se ne va. Un ragazzo incontra una ragazza, le labbra sulle labbra, poi che succederà?
I'm always surprised by the quality of noise cancellation on the Xiaomi without making the voice too digital. For the selfie camera, it is always very hard for me to judge which one is better, because none of them is that good. The Galaxy and Xiaomi footage is very visibly noisy in the background. Vivo is denoising it better, but the details are also lacking. iPhone is probably the best among them here. For the ultra-wide lens in this shot, the Xiaomi is overexposed. iPhone looks the sharpest here. I would pick Galaxy as second and Vivo as third. In this shot, Xiaomi is again a bit disappointing with overexposing and losing dynamic range. iPhone is too dark, and I would say Galaxy did the best here. Vivo is also nice, but it lifted the shadows too much and the image is too flat. In the third ultra-wide shot, this time Xiaomi is overall the most balanced one. After pixel peeping, the Vivo and Galaxy look similar, while the iPhone is pixelated and not that great. Okay, I know there was a lot of information here, but let me summarize it for you. For taking photos with the telephoto lens, Vivo is simply the best, both in terms of optical and processing quality. It is not even close to the others. Next best choices are Xiaomi and Galaxy, while iPhone is disappointing. For macro shots with the telephoto lens, Vivo is again the best since it is using the better, larger telephoto sensor, and Xiaomi is second. The other two don't have this option. For the main lens, they are all very close. Xiaomi has a slight edge because of the larger sensor, but the photos are sometimes not consistent and need some post-processing. For video, if you don't plan to color grade, iPhone and then Samsung are the best bets. If you plan to color grade, pick Vivo and iPhone, then Galaxy. Pick Xiaomi only if you want to use third-party apps. I don't think anyone picks a phone for the ultra-wide lens, but if you do, the Galaxy did the best here and Xiaomi did the worst. As a side note, iPhone has the best selfie video based on the test I've done, and Xiaomi has the best mic and voice processing in default mode. Overall, if you consider every single category and simply aggregate the score, Vivo is first with 58 points, Xiaomi is second with 43, Galaxy is third with 42 but very close to Xiaomi, and iPhone got 29 points. And to be fair, the reason iPhone got such a low score is that the test included a lot of telephoto shots, which is my favorite lens, but also the weak point for the iPhone. If you enjoyed this video, I did a dedicated comparison of vivo X200 Pro versus Xiaomi 15 Ultra, which you can watch next. Thanks for tuning into Tecmo, and I will see you in the next one.